My guest today is Edison Chen. Edison is the co-founder and CEO at Kudus, a Web3 startup incentivizing healthy habits, which we'll learn all about today. They've made a very sexy ring. Would you believe it? That, as I say, we'll learn all about today. Welcome to the show, Edison.
Hi, nice meeting you, Andy. And my honor to be here. Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Edison. Look, let's do what we do at the beginning of the show. It would be super cool if you could please introduce yourself. I'd love to hear a little bit of your personal and professional backstory. What have you been doing in the lead up to producing rings, these mysterious rings that we'll be learning all about? What have you been doing in the lead up to co-founding Kudus, Edison?
Yeah. So talking about my background experience, I was graduated from the UCLA and I was super into the wellness. That's also one of the reasons I choose UCLA as my college. UCLA is a huge sports college and with a lot of athletes and the NCAA teams. And after that, I was starting investing the crypto since 2016, from Bitcoin, Ethereum to a lot of the other early startups. And 2019, I start investing and working together with the founders in the consumer tech industry and some of the color contact lens and consumer electronic consumer products. So at that moment, I started working with, hundreds of the suppliers together. In 2021, I'm working together with a venture capital, mainly focused on the consumer tech, crypto, and branding business. And also that's combined all this experience. 2023, I founded this company, Cutis, the first AI-empowered smart rings that also driven by the crypto as a main vehicle to increase the people's attention and also the usage of the products. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, Kudus. So it is essentially, as you've just said, Edison, a wearable smart ring, and I can see that you're wearing one right now, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, give us a little bit of an overview of, yeah, kind of, I guess people can kind of understand what a wearable smart ring is and the potential use cases. But I love that this is like, yeah, it's a real world crypto product tied to the blockchain. So this is quite interesting. So yeah, start from the top. Kudus, the wearable smart ring. Go for gold, Edison.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I have to say, Andy, you have very quality audience because as based on our research on the market, out of 1,000 people out of like 900 out of 1,000, they don't even know there's a smart ring products in the market. Even the smart ring has been in the market for more than like 8 years, like Aura, there's a lot of other brands in the Web 2, but I think in Web 3 we are the first one. And recently we come up with some other like brand we also see. We're happy to see that because I think the more players into this category that will be allow us to gathering more attention and also the synergies from the other partners and projects. And but I mean, Smartring, I think, has really, really good awareness in the United States and some of the European country, but it's still new to a lot of other countries. And we feels like that people but it's very easy for people to understand because people already have some like smartwatch or say Mi Band, like Apple Watch, Samsung, Huawei Watch, and also some like Fitbit and Whoop. But I think what we're trying to build is quite different in general with all the other wearables. First, a lot of wearables either they don't charge, they don't provide like really thoughtful or say careful services to the user on daily basis, or they provide but they charge people like a monthly subscription fee, right? So we are kind of different. So we provide people really practical advices or AI customer coach within the application, but we still charge no subscription fee monthly for people. So people not just like track their basic health data, wellness data daily. They can also get practical advices from our AI coach. And also they have some like a social feature we build within the app, allow people to interact with the community and the compound around. Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. So, the way you're explaining it, Edison, then it seems to me that, yeah, the Kudus Smart Ring, it kind of brings together three of the most interesting trends that are contemporary right now, right? So you think of kind of wellness and health, Web3, and AI. And so you combine those and boom, you've got the CUDA smart ring. So you mentioned some of the metrics that can be tracked, health metrics that can be tracked by the ring, but you also said that, yeah, personalized AI insights. So maybe just talk us through that a little bit. Obviously, AI very much in the news at the moment. Even Apple have partnered with OpenAI. I see that Siri will finally get some ChatGPT powered brains, which is cool to see. But yeah, tell us how AI relates to the CUDA Smart Ring and what you guys are doing, Edison.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll have to say that, when we start building the cutest in back to the 2023 August, nobody really care about us, and actually a lot of the investor turn down our deals at the moment because they don't think the wearable can play out or can take market share in the market. And they don't think that crypto consumer or say general consumers, they want some product like this. But after the first stage sell of the cutest ring, that's a lot of investors come back, and also we kind of like drive the attention, and also I'll say like a new hypes or wave in this industry. So that's also makes that a lot of words we combine here, or say the key elements we combine here, sounds like a buzzword, right? But that's actually what we build from the day one. At day one, we are thinking what kind of product that people might want in the future, right? And what kind of the technology we can combine and use them together to provide people a really, really useful, and also people would love to play around it, right? So I started, take a look at the AI in the beginning of the 2022, and even after the ChatGPT 3.5 and the launch, that we see a lot of huge change there. And I work really closely with some of the early startup founders in the Silicon Valley. And I was working in the venture capital. I support them and help them to do the fundraising and polish the business model, all those sort of things. And when it comes to our own project and the products, we find out that even now, a lot of people still don't have tried the AI product yet, right? And some of the people, already try out the ChatGPT, Cloudy AI, Gemini, and for Google, from Microsoft, from Adobe. Now they can try it out from the Apple, right? So for the Qt, the first three large language model we choose is the one is ChatGPT, another is the Cloudy AI, another is the Gemini that I have mentioned. But finally, that we choose to use the ChatGPT because that we feels like it plays a lot of different roles, will play a lot of different roles in the future. And also, especially after the 4.0 launch, we saw that the voice interaction and all the input and the output is great. And even some of them might not be feasible or say like viable now, but we feel like there's a bright future there. And also, recently we saw that the Apple also, working together with the ChatGPT. Some people, don't like that. Some people, really like that. So I think, the people's opinion always different. But what we can see is that using a really great large language model allow us to build more upon it. So we work with a lot of the talents worldwide from wellness, nutrition, sports, different place has different habit, on food, on training, and also on, a lot of different things. Some people, they don't eat pork, some people, they don't eat beef, and some people, they have some allergies, and they have some their own like cultural or religious routines. So we don't want to provide something in general. We want to provide something specific, exclusive, and could be really customized to the users. So that's why we call ourselves as AI customized coach. We are not getting there yet. We only have like two different roles now. One is a male role, one is a female role. But in the next couple of months, we will upgrading really fast and provide people a whole new different things that people can, customize their face, name, character, and the country, nationalities, and their like habits, and they can input a lot of information to them, and they can help them a lot, and based on their own routine and the habits. So that's what we're trying to build, getting everyone a customized personal coach. They can talk, daily and getting practical advices daily. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Edison. And look, as I said at the beginning of the show, I can see that you are, in fact, wearing one of these rings yourself. So, just for the benefit of the people that are watching this on YouTube and perhaps can see, yeah, show it off, Edison. Just tell us a little bit more about the ring. What's it made of? How big is it? How do you charge it? Just the kind of, yeah, day-to-day functionality and operating procedures. What's going on?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to show that, I can start from the box. So whenever you bought a Qt string, you get a black box like this. So it's made with paper box, and you can see the text here and the color you bought, and also the size here. And when you get it, and we provide the rings, and also we provide the charging dock. So we are using the magnetic charging, and so you open the box like this, and the ring will be here. Yeah. So like this. Yeah. So I'll take it off and put it on. And underneath this, there's like a small menu that people can check it out. And it shows that how you can use it. So first you get the ring. You're using the charging dock to charge for 30 seconds to initiate that. And then you can download the app and to pairing the ring and start using it. So far we have the app launch on the iOS, and we haven't public launched yet, but we are testing together with the customers, and we will public launch later. And also the Android version will be end of this month. Yeah. And here is the lines about the charging docks. It's very long line, so we want to make it easier for everyone to use. So yeah, it's a very long one. Yeah. And underneath that is the charging dock. It's very sleek design and looking really cool here. And when you charging it up, is there's a like green light shine here, and so like I said, when you have the ring, plug the charging dock and just put the ring here. So the right line will also shine in here, and which means that you are charging the rings. And after you charge it, you can just take it off. Usually, one thing good about smart ring is that you don't need to charge them very often. So once charged, you can use like 3 to 4 days. A lot of people bothered by the smartwatch because they need to charge them like every day. Some people even just wearing them without the battery, right? So that's something good about the smart ring that can keep you tracking your data like almost like 24/7. And so you usually just charge like twice a week. And then you have the ring, you get the app, and you can check you can pair them first, and then you can check all your like data store here. Yeah. And and also one thing really good about the ring is not the technology part, but the craftsmanship part. So that's I like the most. So we are using the ceramic and also titanium. So if you look here, that the ceramic part is rotatable. So I've been playing around with some toys when I was back in the college, to reduce my pressures. So that also reminds us, some easy features to bring to the people can get them to feel better every day. And inside the ring, you can see sorry, my camera is not that clear, high res, but yeah, there's like, you can see the chips and the sensor and the batteries, and also the logos here. And yeah, so yeah, that's mainly about the product. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Edison. And yeah, I mean, that was a great product demonstration. And you can see the quality and the care that you and your team have put into this. So I suppose we should tell people how they can get one if indeed they want to. So my understanding is this is launched on Solana, right? And I think you did like 1,500 first as kind of, I don't know, like call it a proof of concept, or just the kind of the first trial run, if you like. And I know that they sold out. So I believe you're doing another tranche of maybe 8,500 right now, and then there'll be 1 million kind of in the pipeline maybe next year or further down the track. So just tell us how that kind of product rollout works at the moment. Where are we on that journey? And for people that want one, how do they get one, Edison?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Andy, for bringing this up. So, go to the cudis.xyz, cudis.xyz. You can definitely find the get the ring button, and you can get one now. That's like the Andy already mentioned that we sold out the first stage really quick in 10 days for 1,500. And that's not actually the like test run, but it's actually we've been building for, more than like, 10 months that we build like really good product that, but I'll say it's still in the beta version, but it's not like getting people just test it, but also to experience it. So we received like immersive traffic at the first stage and more than we expected as well. And so we started the second stage because a lot of people come to our Twitter and ask us that when's the next stage? I mean, I didn't get one in the first stage. When I saw it's already sold out. So, just open up the slot for us that we want to buy the ring and also try it out like really soon and in the early stage. So we can see there's a lot of early adopters in the space and a lot of people like our idea concept and or also the design of product. And now people can get into the stage two. The difference between stage one and stage two is stage one, people can have like a 3-time point boost. Stage two, people can still have the point boost is 2 times. And so, that's only the stage two people will have. And at the same time, the ring price is also really good, 1.5 so. Recently, the so down a little bit, so making the price even better. And because the final retail price would be $349 since we don't charge the monthly subscription fee in the future. So we definitely want to the product keep into like a good quality and bring people the most premium experience ever. And so I think people if haven't bought Ring One yet, they are still early now. So because it's only 8,500 in the stage two, and we already sold I think close to like 3,000 already in the stage two. And I think we probably will be sold in the next couple of weeks. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Edison. And look, that link is in the show notes, people. But yeah, the website is Cudis, CUDIS.xyz. It's kind of like, it's just like wearables like this, especially Web3 wearables, Edison. It's just cool to see a real world product come out of Web3 because that's quite rare. Right, there's been a few examples. There was the Solana phone. There's the crypto kicks and things like that. But yeah, now a wearable ring that is connected, to all sorts of data points. I know it's kind of gamified. You have like a leaderboard as well that I'm sure there'll be much more of those kind of features that roll out over time. But it's just really cool to see you and your team, busting out the ring. Tell us, as we start to finish up this part of the podcast, Edison, what can you share in terms of, I don't know, partnerships, new products that you're working on that will be part of the Rings product journey eventually, or anything else? What can you share?
Oh yeah, that's a lot of things I can share with you together, Andy, and super excited to share some like first-hand news here. We usually don't do that. We usually don't do anything that also I always remind my team that just don't leak any things before we post anything on the Twitter. But I've been being your listener to your podcast for quite a long time. I really like your contents, and I would love to share, make an excuse for once. Yeah, so if you guys like the extreme sports, I've been race car before, and I really like the cars, and we also hosting events together with Roger Dubis and Lamborghini in the Lamborghini launch back to the New York City to soft launch the product end of the March. And recently, we are really honored and pleasures to have the partnership together with one of the racer from the Lamborghini race team. So Cam will be represent like Curtis brand ambassador and the race in the Le Mans in the Lamborghini team. And if you guys check out, the race streaming today, you see the cutest logo on the Lamborghini cars. So that's one of the most exciting moment that I want to share together with the audience here and with Andy. And that's will continue. It's not just like at any point, it's just started. So we'll work together with a lot of sports team from basketball to like running to like extreme sport like car racing. And we're doing some really similar strategy as I would say Red Bull and the plus the Nike. So, we not just cherish the sports, we cherish the wellness and the courage, So, and also at the same time, we are partnerships with a lot of the great crypto projects here. And, like the Monkey DAO, Digas, and, and also we're working a lot with the projects within the Solana ecosystem. And also we receive a lot of the reach out from the project that we found really interesting. Because what we want to do is not just like bring another product here. We want to bring some fun experience together with other projects together, just not just like, tokens like really important in the crypto, everybody likes token, like trading it, but also we want to solve some real world problem together with a project that's sharing with similar vision and value. So, I also want to shout out to everybody, all the project that we already work together with, like like we hosting the event together with the Bonk, Soulflare, and Marinade back to the New York. And we'll continue to work a lot with the partners in the Solana ecosystem. And also, if anyone are now listening to the Andy's podcast and have any interest in to work together with Cuties, feel free to reach out to us on the Twitter. And, I'll be the first one to talk together with you guys. Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Edison. Once again, listeners, of course, link as always is in the show notes. If you have got some SOL and you want to maybe spend, it's just 1.5 SOL, get yourself a Kudos smart ring. Yeah, future-proof yourself. Welcome yourself to the super future. Do it. Click on the link, folks. I reckon what we do now, Edison, is we will finish off the podcast by running you through the very famous Crypto Conversation hot take round. Are you up for it?
Excited, man. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
I love it. All right. Well, I guess you know how we do this, Edison, but essentially I'm just going to run some questions at you and I want you to give me, your hot take style answers. Question one for you. Let's see what you've got to say. Question one is, where would you say that you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
Okay. So yeah, that's one of the great question that I ever heard. That I'll say, if you are into the crypto, you're not holding any Bitcoin, that you are not gonna, make it. So because I think Bitcoin is where I started, and I feel like that's definitely the beta of the market. Everybody's thinking like Bitcoin is, wow, that's like, close to 70,000 and it's expensive, but good things always being expensive. That's how it worked, and that's how the asset works, right? So I think a lot of people, try to promote the Bitcoin maximalist, but I won't say I'm one of them, but I'll say at least holding some of the Bitcoin, you won't miss the market for all. A lot of people, they have like $1,000 or say $5,000 or even just $100. Just think, okay, Bitcoin is expensive, I shouldn't bought it, any of them. But I feel like at least put like 5 to 10% of the position there, to make sure that you're not missing the whole market, because there's a lot of the bad projects in the crypto. So if you bought the wrong coin, then that could be, bring you to another pass, right? So even in the bull market, a lot of people lose money. But a second thing that for the multi-chain things, I'll mainly talk about the Solana, because not just because we are deploying on the Solana, because that in day one, we feel like the Solana is definitely, with like high capacity and the functionality that allow us to build the consumer apps over there, also some of the things for like millions of users. So I would say that, if in my advice is, but not for financial, okay? Just, think about it. If you are really into the crypto industry, I think two things you don't want to miss. One thing is Bitcoin, another thing is Solana. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very well said, Edison. Essentially, Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money, not really any other crypto assets, in my view, can compete with Bitcoin as money. But of course, we need ecosystems like Ethereum, like Solana, for people such as yourself to create cool Web3 experiments and even real world products like the ring. So yeah, it's cool to see. All right, next question for you, Edison, is what would you say is your firmest conviction crypto opinion?
Mm, I think there's two things. One is that I would say since 2016, I've been really crypto native because I so obsessive with the idea of the about the crypto, all your own assets. That's really important, right? And I would say that I would rather put 90% of my money into the crypto or say my wallet address. You can put like a Bitcoin or say stable coin, but rather put in the bank. I mean, that's one of my conviction that also what I'm doing. But at the same time, I'll say a lot of people, a lot of founders, come and goes, they want to make some money in 1 year or 2 years. But as people can see, the product we are building now, it's not like a really fast product. Hardware takes time to develop and do everything. So when we gathering the team, like also my co-founder or C-levels people here, we all think about, okay, Qdis is something that we can build for next 10 years. And the market really bring us the opportunity and timing. But what we need to do is have the conviction and also have the commitment. Yeah.
Yes, that's very well said, Edison. And look, speaking of, 10 years' time, Bill Gates famously said, of course, that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So, with that in mind, Edison, 10 years, it's a long time, but anything you like, let's say, the Kudos ring ecosystem, what does it look like in 10 years' time?
Yeah, for sure. I'll say there's a lot of things that we are ambitious about, but usually we don't want to over promising anything, and we always want to over deliver, not just over promising. So we don't say something like exaggerated anytime. But if you ask me about like 10-year vision, that I'll have to say that it's not just about the ring, it's about people's life. It's about the wellness lifestyle. And if you do look at the market and you look at some of the numbers, you will realize that a lot of people already get into the wellness. The top 100 of the app in the App Store have like more than 1.2 billion of the installs of the wellness app in the past 2 years. And I think that's what we're trying to build for the people. I think there's still like huge gap over there. So what we want to try to build for people is not just a ring, but also a wellness lifestyle. And at the same time, we want to build a wellness the app store that, or say app store, or say product platform for like a new model for everyone, for the customer, for the builders, for the researchers. And I think back to 20 years, Silicon Valley's culture is about open model, right? But recently it's about like closed model. I mean, it probably make more money, it prove it itself already, but we feel like we want to bring it back some. I think it's time to find the balance between open and the closed model. I think Apple and a lot of companies also doing that, right? They try to open something more, not just like doing something within themselves. That's also the thing that we are looking forward and striving for doing. Yeah.
I like it. Very well articulated, Edison. Thank you. Next question for you is sci-fi author William Gibson famously said that the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. With that in mind, Edison, can you think of an example of the future being here right now, but most people aren't aware of it?
Yeah, I'll say two things. Andy's Bitcoin and yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, couldn't really have said it better. All right. Let's start to finish this off. Edison, the final question for you is what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show?
Oh, I like this question. So one of my favorite movie is The Big Short. I think, the four heroes chasing the truth and, respect the facts. That's also what we are doing, respect the facts, doing something real for real problem and solve the real problem and bring something real to the customer, what they really, right? Not like something we think they need it or say another token or another product that they might need or say we brag about it and we just get listed and we just pump it down. I think that's not the thing to do. At the end of the day, the facts will teach you a lesson and the lesson is hurt, right? So we want to respect the facts and being intellectual honest. So that's one of my favorite movie. And also the Batman series, I also love them a lot, because they are doing something they think is good and also being social responsible, but Batman is just a man. But I think Qt is working as a team to, maybe in the future we grow bigger and we will have a chance to take much more social responsibility, and we would love to do so. And for the book, my favorite is the Art of War, wrote by the one of the most popular and traditional book from China. But I think it's really popular worldwide. It's being translated into more than 100 of the languages. Yeah.
Excellent selections, Edison. Yeah, and so The Art of War, The Big Short, absolutely classic film with a lot to say about markets and how markets work. And yeah, Batman. We are all Batman. Yeah, love Batman, the original anti-hero, of course. Hey, look, Edison, this has been fantastic. Really enjoyed talking to you today. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with us. Close it out just by telling people how they can find you wherever you like to hang out online. Is it Twitter? What's your Twitter handle? And of course, just make the case for why people should go and get involved with that second release of Kudus rings, 1.5 Sol. Why should people get one of those rings? What should they do? Where should they go?
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys want to reach out to me, find me on the Twitter, EDC Bit, BEDCBATBIT. You'll find me on Twitter that, my DM is open, that I would love to talk to people. And also, if you're really into the wellness and, like, and the love or concept and what we're doing, I would suggest you can get a Qt ring from the qdis.xyz, CUDIS.xyz, and you'll find most of the things over there. And, also can check out the Qt Wellness on our Twitter. And, recently we got a lot of the new contents released by the community, some of the podcasts, some of the box opening. So I think you guys will enjoy the Qt content. Yeah. And also the ring. Yeah.
No doubt. Awesome. Thank you so much, Edison. All the best, and bye for now.
Bye for now. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me.
All right, there you go. That was Edison from Kudus. Yeah, very cool. Edison, what a nice guy. And yeah, really cool product. Wearable smart ring deployed on Solana. 1.5 Sol. Very cool to see. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, team. That was another episode of the Crypto Conversation for Brave New Coin. Bye for now. See ya.